Start the clock. Next question, the member for Barrie Innisfil.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As an outdoor enthusiast, I was pleased to read of the recent announcement by the Minister of Transportation. And so my question is to the Minister of Transportation on his recent announcement to increase the access to safety training and licensing for snowmobilers. This was a direct response to long-standing requests from the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs and of many Ontarians. Our government is committed to making life easier for the people of Ontario, and I thank the Minister for highlighting the fact that online learning will allow for better access to safety training and for those who live in rural and remote communities. With more trails and more riders, we must continue to make sure that our riders are safe and up to date on the latest safety measures. Could the Minister please inform the House as to how these changes will make it easier for Ontarians to safely enjoy our great outdoors during the winter months?
Minister of Transportation.
Well, thank you, Speaker, and I'd like to thank the member for Barrie Innisfil for her question and her advocacy as well. We all want people to get out and enjoy the great outdoors in Ontario, and snowmobiling is one of those great sports. And we have been pleased to partner with the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs in bringing forth an online safety training course for people to have more access to that safety training and get out onto those trails and enjoy them. This is something that the OFSC has been asking for some time, and the previous Liberal government seemed to refuse to want to cooperate with them. The OFSC is a great organization across this province, and we were more than happy to join with them in bringing forth these kind of changes. And let me point out, Speaker, that any time we make regulatory changes in the Ministry of Transportation, that safety is always top of mind, and it is no different in this case. So we have listened to the people. This will make access to that training more access to the training, particularly for those who travel long.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Supplementary.
Through you, Mr. Speaker, thank you to the Minister of Transportation for his practical approach to improving access to safety training and for listening to Ontarians. Snowmobiling is a popular winter pastime for many of my constituents and people all around Ontario. Ensuring that our young riders, who are the future of snowmobiling in Ontario, have access to online safety training will be to their benefit and to all trail users. I believe all members of this House believe that that is very important to have up-to-date training and safety for a young generation, and so more Ontarians can get outside, and we can attract more tourism in our province. This is a very positive development, Mr. Speaker. So can the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport update the House on how our government for the people is working with our partners to promote tourism and advancing the priorities of snowmobilers in Ontario?
Hear, hear. The question went to the Minister of Transportation.
To the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport.
Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport.
Thanks for sharing. Thank you to my colleague from Barrie Innisfil. Not only is snowmobiling a fun and great recreation, it's also an enormous economic benefit to our communities. Each winter, an estimated 200,000 snowmobilers hit the trails and inject $1.7 billion into Ontario's economy. Our government for the people is proud to partner with the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs. Dozens of clubs, over 7,000 volunteers maintain 32,000 kilometres of snowmobile trails connecting communities throughout Ontario. These trails are not only used by Ontarians, but are a very popular destination for our out-of-province visitors. I'm happy to share a quote from the Executive Director of the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs on the Government of Ontario's recent announcement. Quote, on behalf of snowmobilers across the province of Ontario, the OFSC welcomes this announcement and applauds the Government of Ontario for their support in our sector.
Thank you. Next question.